Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm Will Dragon, and this is Yes, Your Grace. We are trying to manage our kingdom before the Rodovians come, which happens in 13 weeks. And, of course, we are trying to grow our army with increasing problems. So let's hit save and continue like we did last time. Grevno week 17. Let's see our petitioners. Dragon Slayer. At your service, Your Grace. Found a letter. You know where it could have come from? I wouldn't know. I don't receive many letters, Your Grace. I'm always traveling, so letters don't reach me. There's a monster. Imagine a pig but hairy with long claws and horns. They can be dangerous, but for me it will be a piece of cake. You can expect my return shortly, that's all. Bam, 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 bam. The trap is set. Pigeon. The western woods near Branca are not uninvolved in your troubles. An uncommon object can lead you to the sinner. Be quick, yours sincerely. There's no seal. Why do you think of this, Audrey? Whoever sent the letter must have gone to great lengths to pay a scribe to write it. This must be important. We'd better send a general to these woods to see what the matter is. Alright, so we've got a new location for the general. I'm missing potatoes. Someone must have stolen them, and I think I know who it was. But they say only one request per visit, and it seems like I have a much bigger problem now. I come from afar. By the time I arrived, I was very tired. I wanted to get some rest, and I sat on one of the fine chairs in the hall. I know I shouldn't have, but the gods have punished me already. I have sat down on some living pincushion, it would seem. It squeaked, and I jumped up right away. When I stood up, my bottom was all covered in spikes. And not only that, but I feel very ill, weak even. I feel the chair creature has poisoned me. What can I do? The Stabber! I'm not sure what we can do here. I think I might have something that will help. Name's Elena, Your Grace. I know about brewing potions. I can help with magical anomalies, diseases. I dabble in wound healing also. Some call me that, although I prefer to see myself as a well-read woman at your service. We could definitely use someone like this to help out our people, Your Grace. They would be a great addition to our roster of agents. What's the catch? There's something people want in return, right? I'm a simple woman. All I need is a roof over my head and something to eat. In return, I'm willing to lend your kingdom my aid in any supernatural problems. It's my honor, Your Grace. I will also be able to help during the battle if you need me. If Annie won't be happy about the Stabber, I'd better let her know. I'll see if you have any useful books in the council chamber, Your Grace. Okay, so we now have a witch on the books. We can pay her whenever we need her. Peasant. Pendle, our village has been raided. They were men dressed in red and black with the beast's head pierced by a spear on their banners. Rodovian army, that means they are getting closer to us. People being killed, maimed, and enslaved is just teasing. It didn't look like an entire battalion. It must have been just a small squad. Send us your men, we can fight them back. But we have to look at the bigger picture here. If we fight them off, they will certainly get angry and fight back with more force. We don't want to start the battle early. And tolerating their attacks may encourage them to carry out more. We have to do something about this. We can't just let them trouble our lands. I can aid your village with supplies. Most of you who have survived can move out of the village, come closer to the castle. These are difficult times. You need to stay out of sight. Don't go outside after dark and have someone patrolling the area at all times. We're just told to let them do whatever they want and run away from them. That's nonsense. We will relocate as close to the castle as possible. And we have a mercenary. We hear of the upcoming battle. It's a perfect time for us to gain some coin and an opportunity for you to get some help. We're mercenaries, 22 skilled men at your disposal for only 16 gold. What do you say? I don't have 16 gold. We will be back in 2 weeks. That's all for now. Let's exit stage right. Let's go and speak to Sedani. Because the Stabber is no more. I bring news about your hedgehog. So my fault, I shouldn't have sent him on the mission. I knew he wasn't ready. Tell me, Did he complete his mission at least his final quest? Depends on what his mission was. An undercover mission. He was meant to scout the area, retrieve information, and return to me. This way, if he helped me, I would owe him a promise, like in the story, Father. Please don't do this again. The last one stabbed a peasant, and I had to deal with it. But I was so close to turning him into a prince. Now, Lusulia will never come back. While I suppose you're right, forgive me, your grace. Nothing is as elegant, as fearless as a cat, as dusty. Next time I will find a fiercer agent. I will train him and he will be at my command. The stabber's effort were not in vain. Oh, she's mental. Eleni. That's all. May the spirits guide you. Oh, wait, let's come back into here. Oh, wait, map. Hidden hut. Send a general. Confirm. Out of the map. And that would be us. Is an agent still available for orders? Yes, but I'm gonna... Oh, wait, hang on. For allies as well. Let's try and invite via lit. Invitation sent. Wow, she costs 11 gold. That's actually means my gold decreases. Which will be available during the battle. That will cost 20 food. Happily ish spend that. I'm going to predict we won't need either of them next turn. Famous last words. Revno, week 18. General. The wooden hut in the forest appeared to be some sort of kitchen for preparing spices. It was abandoned. We searched the place and found this vial hidden under the floor. The place was empty apart from lots of dried rosemary. Thank you. We have a vial. Via lit. I hear you'll fight with the beast-faced. We are preparing for the battle with the Rodovia, you heard well. My elders have fought with the beasts many years before me. I heard they brought some Rodovian dog here to your castle. Shame you had to dispatch of him. I was hoping I could deal with him myself. But one will not cry over a dead cat. I want to reward you for your bravery actions. I will give you all that I can to aid you in the battle with the beast-face. 3 gold and 150 army. Remember, Rodovia is nothing but reek from the buttocks, and we don't want that round, do we? My deal is off the table if ever out any of these dogs. Make no mistake about that. I have this animal tooth. That's one bit of a tooth. 'Tis beautiful, all I can tell ya. 'Tis not my family lands, your grace. It ain't signed. That's strange, strange and rude. I mean to Branca, it looks pretty nasty though. Thank you very much for your time. The merchant is back. I've hired a couple of guards to protect my tavern. They did a fantastic job, and I must say even the pandas are wary of me now. We made sure the girls are treated well and not abused. I will, your grace. In fact, we've been doing so well that your profits will also increase. Thank you for your help, your grace. I wish you all the best. Beautiful. Peasant. We don't know how this happened. The creature, the witch from the forest, she escaped, your grace. Someone opened her doors. Idiot. Some fool was brave enough to seek the eternal wisdom. We all knew the eternal wisdom is just a hoax. She knew she's nothing but an old hag. But some young boy, he fell for her tale, and now Babushka is out of the woods. Babushka. She's, well, a witch, an old hag, older than anyone around. She has been around forever. She's short and crooked, her bony legs barely support layers of her old, wrinkly skin. She has a long hooked nose, her nostril hairs are so long they hang down to her breasts. She wears a snakeskin coat and a scarf around her head, with tiny bones attached carefully to each strand. As she walks, the bones clatter against one another, clickety-clock, clickety-clock. She lives in the woods, although no one has seen her for many years. Legend has it that she used to lure children into the forest to eat them. But some legends also say she gives eternal wisdom to whom is brave enough to look her in the eyes. In the village, she transcribed these words on our doors. Turn your back to the forest, your front to me. She also leaves old chicken legs on our doorstep. We're afraid she's going to come for our children. Every night someone hears the clicking. She might be preparing a spell of some kind. Don't have enough generals available because I didn't pay them. I'm gonna say there isn't much I can do, unfortunately. I don't know where else to look for help. Maybe they'll come back. That lost me 3. That was a lot. The last peasant. More people gather to pray. We can't fit everyone in a barn no more. We wanted to build a new shrine, but we need some help inviting holy spirits to the place. We will be in the favor of the gods. The fields will be more fertile, the monsters will be kept at bay, and the evil spirits will avoid our village. If you can, aid us with the court witch and some gold to pay for the materials. People will be forever grateful. Send the witch. May the gods be with you. Let us exit stage left. Bed chamber. Yep, let's tell the wife about the last thing I've gone and found. What have you found? A file. The general explored the location and he found this file. The substance inside could be what poisoned Tallis. Its ingredients can lead us to the killer. Perhaps take this file to a court witch. See what she can tell us about it. I think I've seen her in the council chamber if she hasn't just disappeared off to go and do a quest. Yes, she is no longer around. Let's go back to here. Allies, let us... Via Lit joined us immediately. Let us try Masha. Let's invite her to court. We have 750 soldiers now. We're trying to get 1,000, I do believe. We're now paying 22. So that means we are 11, 12... 17, 20. We're making 1 supply per turn. She's missing for 2 weeks. Do we want to pay the general? Let's pay the general. Save and continue. Still puts us up to 36 gold. How are we doing? Masha? Jonas, that buffoon with the stupid red gloves. Lend me some gold and I will pay you back in a week, he said. I'll break his legs if I see him. Your Grace, I lent this fellow 28 gold. He said he would pay me back with interest. Now I hear he's off to Caladur, the other end of the world, probably enjoying hot sunshine and Caladice brothels. Meanwhile, I'm stuck here in this rat hole with no wages to pay my men. I've got until this evening to pay them, otherwise they'll leave. Where the hell will I find a new crew then? I need this money for only 2 weeks. I should be able to make it up to you after that. Let's do it. With interest. I suppose you won't be finding this Jonas anytime soon if you went to Calcadar. Of course, thank you, Your Grace. See you in 2 weeks. I wouldn't want it. What I wouldn't do to find that jackanapes. Peasant Torlando. Peasant. I don't know who Torlando is. The Dragon Slayer has returned. There's no trace of Lishaj in the forest. So I thought, clever as I am, I know where to look for their lairs in old tree trunks. Take this bloody horn as proof of my courageous deed. That's a deer. Hey, he's back. I didn't have to invite him. That's fantastic. You couldn't have defeated the beast as there was no monster in the forest. You fell for our ruse. All your tales are lies, just like this one. No way. I brought the proof, didn't I, Your Grace? It could as well be a deer. What ails Your Grace? Lichaj is just like any other animal. It has horns, it bleeds. Surely you weren't expecting the horn to glow. The dragon tail isn't exactly original, is it? So Frederick says you retell the story, just changing a few details each time. Cat is out the bag. At least I don't have to put on the show anymore. It can be very tiring at times, if I'm perfectly honest. People want to see this amazing knight, this dragon slayer. So I show them what they want to see. Lichaj and the proof, a stag. At least my stories don't hurt anyone, and I don't have a drinking problem. You have something to say it to my face. I hear that the wind is spreading, problems with rum. Wife walking around with a black eye. He's a liar. He's making all of this up. Used to be recognized around the courtyards, but the memory is fading. Draw your sword. Let's see if you're more than just a trickster. Oh, he put his helmet on. Do nothing. In your current state, I didn't expect much more. Lucky I don't quite feel like fighting right now. Ah. Of course, it's just a hoax, but it doesn't matter. The message is what's important. The story warms people's hearts. It gives hope for a better tomorrow. People always think they see basilisks, leshens, strigas. Well, it's usually a fox, stray dog, or a cat. If I bring them a boarskin or a deer horn and tell them it was the monster, they sleep better at night. They can get back to work feeling safe. If I make extra gold on the side, so what? Aren't we all frauds, kings for example? People always come to see the king because he knows everything. They expect you to give wise advice. They will put the greatest trust in your words. But answer yourself, do you always know what to do? Not even scholars know the way. There's only so much we can learn from manuscripts, the rest is just guessing. We surely can't allow them to spread more lies. I won't allow this. If you let Noski join your banner, then I won't stand by your side. Oh, I won't join if he joins. With his intemperance, I won't stand next to him during battle. In all the turmoil, he could even stab me and no one would even know. He trains with me, or make sure to send my recommendation. Don't forget that. So Frederick, I'm with you. It's time for those with real experience to take the lead, Noatsky. Shame. Which is the very best in your battle. We lost 180, but we did gain... We lost 180, but we did gain 80 and 2 food. We do need to get this guy now and gain 5 gold. Lord is currently away. Well, I'm hoping he's away coming to see me then. That was Masha. We've hopefully gotten her support. We have a peasant. I'm a sorcerer from the market. Your petitioners often visit me if you refuse to help them. I aid as many people as I can for very little in return. It's not often enough to cover all the ingredients I need for potions. As it stands, I'm out of most of my ingredients at the moment, and the queue to my place isn't any shorter than yours. Would you please be able to help out with some extra gold? My court witch is away. I cannot help you. That's a bit harsh, because I feel like he's a fraud. You know? Torlando. To you I come, a truly humble kind. I hope I find you well, in good shape and mind. Right known across many halls and taverns. Not just Torlando, I am Talando the Wonderful. Writer and poet recognized in all kingdoms, experienced in the artistic renaissance. Popularity of whom is discussed even in kingdoms of stagnant growth, including Yellis, Calador, Baravia, and Bredovia, of which I will remain silent for the known reasons. What can you do for you? I'm working on my latest release, but I have no clue how to finish this piece. It's a story about royal intrigues, oaths of the past, foolish peasants, and passionate lust. May I honor you with my latest work? Of course. The poem is entitled Kupal Noka. The moon shines so bright high up in the sky, Kupala night is upon us. Laughter and music can be heard outside, but the weary night may not rest. Inside the castle, there's no frivolous joy. The fatal matter must be solved. The night is short this time of year, so let's make the best of it while we can. Fire, pleasure, and delight will rule this night. Although I'm not surprised that you find it so delightful, the problem is I cannot continue. I've hit a wall and I cannot write at all. I am desperate for some true inspiration. I strongly believe that seeing your general patrolling would get my creative juices rolling. Therefore, I beg of you, please allow your general to join me to get me out of this squeeze. Sure. I shall bring you a classic. And our last peasant. Part of our village was flooded. Luckily, no one got hurt, but our homes were devastated. We could use some gold to buy resources to rebuild our houses. I don't have the gold. Can't help you at this time. I'm sure your neighbors will bail you out if you just ask around. Wow, our happiness has gone down. Very badly so. The witch will be back next turn, so we'll have to go and see her then about the vial. There is nothing going on. We have no people. We have a pigeon. So let's go and invite Grego, because the Lord is currently away. I don't know where he is. Hopefully he just turns up next turn, because he does technically now owe us his promised allegiance. No, let's get the witch back in, because I need to go and speak to her at the minimum. She costs so much. We need more money. How much am I getting from tavern business? 2. Violet 3. Sir Frederick 4. New market stalls. New inn. 9, 10, 16, 18. Minus 19 for the army. We are actually losing a supply per turn now. Not good. Dear father, my husband King Ivor is very good to me. He has done everything to make me feel at home. I spend most of my days reading books and learning about Atana. King Ivor wishes me to grow familiar with their traditions. We start each day with a prayer followed by a rich, lavish breakfast. Later I learn more about the history of Atana and its geography. Last week I met Paloma, the king's mother. She's poorly, but King Ivor says he will continue his father's quest to find a cure for her illness. His wife to understand their ways. I'm not sure I like it. We should ask Losula about something else. Ask her about Ivo. Harry is dealing with his father's death and say that I wish to give him my condolences. Mention that we are working to find the murderer. We'll write her a letter. We should anticipate a reply within a couple of weeks. About the worshippers with the spirits, your grace. There are a lot of people gathering in the new shrine now. Didn't even, like, get any bonuses. Lingering resentment. Cult of trees, that's not quite right. Holy shrine. Grego, peasant, and peasant. I'm going to jump up a second. I'm going to go speak to my witch. Because then I can also, in essence, deploy her. Could we connect to Talus somehow? There appears to be a residue inside. Can you check if the residue matches the poison from Talus's wine? It might be difficult, but I'll try to determine the ingredients used in both samples. It will take some time, though. Oh. That is her out of action for 2 weeks. Let me sit back on my throne. You have sent a pigeon for me. I assume you've heard about our coming battle with Rodovia. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. I want to help, so here is my deal. I pride myself in my knowledge of art. My collection of paintings is the biggest in the kingdom. I own paintings by the most prestigious artists. Sylvek van Gogh, Monosky, Pisak, you get the idea. I've heard recently that you hold a very valuable painting. It would be perfect for my collection. The Stork by Sylvek van Gogh. Don't see anything yet. You haven't heard the rest of my deal. I can offer you 80 well-trained men and 3 supplies. It needs to vanish from this castle. I mean, it'll look better in my gallery alongside the others. I would like to pick it up personally, so invite me whenever you are ready. I'll think about it. Of course, take your time. Send me a pigeon whenever you're ready to talk. These plants look like rowan trees. These trees grant protection from evil witches and their curses. Many kingdoms use these trees to build children's cradles. Witches and curses probably wrote the letter. This is very useful information. Can you tell me anything about it? A hunter to deal with this. To use the last file, I'm not sure what more I could tell you, Your Grace. So someone... What's the point? That dude didn't turn up, which is very upsetting. Lord is currently away. No, this is... Okay, it's not actually giving me the correct information for this guy. Someone who wishes to watch out for curses is this woman right here. We're going to go ahead and invite her. We have, it looks like a kid. Where I come from, there's an odd fog surrounding a nearby forest. Anyone who goes into the fog disappears without a trace. They said they would find one responsible, but they never came back. We're thinking the fog turns people into frogs. Bugs maybe. There's plenty of them in the forest, but no signs of the people who go in there. Maybe they just got lost. Okay, our happiness is going down. My boy, my dearest grandchild, got himself into big trouble, Your Grace. He asked me not to come here, but I don't know where else to go. He's been involved with the Oracle dust sales for a long time now. It's harmless, he told me. Only selling to begin with, but he recently started using it as well. He was over the moon, so happy and giddy at first. Even tried to convince me to use it to relax, but I am no lady to get involved in this nasty business. Can't leave the bed, my poor baby. Keeps asking to bring him some more dust, but I know this is the cause of his illness for sure. Tells me it'll make him feel better. I have no heart to look at him in this state, barely moving with skin as blue as blueberries. Please help, Your Grace. I got nothing. Happiness is going down. That was a heavy week. That was a very heavy week. Bedchamber. I'm assuming I can't give the wife the update. I'll see you later. Let's go have a look in the council chamber. Table. Okay, geez, thanks for that. That the trees on the letter are rowan trees. They are used to build children's cradles to protect them from evil spirits. We are seeking an expert on that. Okay. The witch is away for 2 weeks. We can pay the general, which will cost us 9 gold. We are still losing 1 supply per turn. I'm going to go and build the stables, and maybe we can start to use the general to even get a few more things. Let's hit save and continue. That was potentially a very dumb thing to go and do. Here's our general. Don't know much about writing, but this guy seems to know what he's doing. I'm just a little perplexed as to why he asked me so many questions about my underwear. As you do. Lady Lena. I have found this letter. My area that decorate their letters sometimes. Sometimes we do, but only very important letters like wedding invitations. What do you usually decorate the letters with? Roses. We always have roses. It's a symbol of love after all. Like this before. It's a charm necklace. It's an expensive thing. The bigger the tooth is, the more dangerous demons it can protect you from. I have a small one as well, you know, just in case. Many soldiers wear these as a sign of their strength, especially if they obtained the tooth themselves by defeating a monster. It was a wedding gift from my father. Thank you, Lady Lena. I don't know much about potions myself. That's all. Thank you very much. Merchant. Jovan. Your Grace, Sir Frederick is dead. Is responsible for ending his life. I don't regret this decision, not one bit. Why? He had it coming. Frederick was an abusive scumbag. Lona, his wife, has endured a lot. Proving Noetsky's a liar strengthened Frederick's ego. Happy that he put Noetsky in his place, he started celebrating. Drank to his heart's content. He found Invincible, wanted to show Lona, his wife, that he was a real man. Heard enough. You didn't want to join my banner unless he did. He trained me. Sometimes he would be completely drunk, and I saw what he was like to Lona. A veteran, now a faded star, but once a real legend. I couldn't bear to watch him abuse her, but he was of a higher rank. Wanted him to join you first, as I didn't want to do anything that would upset him. I didn't want Lona to suffer for my decision in case he didn't agree with it. I didn't realize that something else would set him off anyway. He always got abusive when he drank. The guards, peasants, noble knights, right? Frederick would beat Lana up and wouldn't let her out. No one lifted a finger to help. Everyone was too scared to do anything. Go ahead, kill me if you must, but you know Frederick deserved this. You spare me or will join your armies, or I'll aid you with my main force of 120 men. We'll also offer you my pikemen to join your battle. They can deal with any cavalry the Rodovians may come with. I will also give you 5 gold. I understand why you did this. Your deeds are forgiven and you shall serve Davern in the upcoming battle. So... I mean, that just went up by 120. Do I technically still have his people? You know, dies, a skull icon will appear next to the profile. This means you can't interact with this lord anymore. Merchant, banker, Sedani, merchant. Sedani. Pet of yours, you've got their pumpkin. What is it this time? A lizard. Too difficult to take care of, but this, it's just some silly toy. Recruiting agents is far more difficult than you would imagine. Why the agents? What are you planning to use them for, Pumpkin? To save Lusulia and Dusty from the evil prince. When my agents are ready, we will take Lusulia back home. My agents will be best friends with Dusty. Maybe I will let you use them one day too, if you're good. Ivo is not evil. Besides, he's no prince, he's a king now. Atana is really far away too. Well, those seem like good points, but you do your job, I'll do mine. Quite unusual, isn't it? Doesn't look like it came from our country. Where did you get it? Maya gave it to me. It brings luck, she says. Go on for now, Sedani. See if you can find more agents. I need to see that friend of Asalia. We'll go for the banker first. Your treasury isn't in the best shape, Your Grace. I wanted to offer my services. Nope. Nope, we will struggle through. Merchant number 1. Your Grace, Jonas Perkick here, a traveling merchant. I have a unique collectible item for you, a set of cards. But before you send me away, let me show you. You see? Every card is depicted with an illustration of beautiful exotic women. I understand the Queen may not approve of them, but she doesn't have to know. Only 12 gold. Jonas, is it? Ah, red gloves. I think you'll stay here with me. I think I know someone who wants to talk to you anyway. Jota, not Jonas. Lady Masha and tell her we found her lost friend. Invite. Merchant! Your Grace, normally I wouldn't bother you, but I have no other choice. I'm a merchant delivering goods from one place to the other. I sell trinkets of all sorts. What do you sell? Paintings, vintage scrolls, historical relics. I even once had the wooden leg of Vlod the Spindle Shanks. It went for crazy 200 pieces of gold. But none of that matters now, as I was robbed on the way back to my hometown, Pravisk. And if I'm not mistaken, now you need funds to carry on with your journey. Correct? Your Grace, I need 23 gold to get back on my feet. I'm a businessman, so I know how to invest this money. I'll make a profit in no time, or I'll pay you as soon as I can, with interest, of course. Sorry, I don't have the money. That was a good one. Yeah, he's a liar. He's a full liar. Right, let's go to the map. And we have... I'm going to go to the base of the mountains. General. Confirm. Send that general. He'll be back next week. Let's jump off the throne. I have to go speak to my daughter's friend in the gardens. Maya, thank you for letting me visit your grace. Alright, I guess I have to speak to Asalia. Sedani's toy. Explain this. It's a toy. Yes, Sedani got this toy from Maya. I've seen this toy before. You are not from Baravia, are you? We travel a lot. I was passing by, but I heard all the racket here. Is everything alright, darling? Look at this toy, Aurelia. I recognize this. Of course you do. We saw one just like it when we were robbed by Baron 13 years ago. Where did you get this toy from, Maya? My parents travel a lot. We are traveling merchants. They must have bought it somewhere. Your accent, this toy, staying in Davern for a while. You're from Rodovia. Tell me you didn't know about this, Asalia. Don't do anything to her, it's all my fault. I asked her to visit us. We're preparing for battle. We're planning to repel an attack, but Rodovians are already in my castle. Oh no, down I go. Down I go. And I'm back up. Eric, that's twice now. Asalia's friend is Rodovian. We're preparing for war against them, and yet they're already here. I had a chat with them already. Asalia won't be seeing her friend anymore. I decided not to kill her, but I banished her from the castle. Perhaps, but what kind of message does it send? Our daughter playing with the enemy in our castle. You didn't consider letting her stay, did you? You did well. Wouldn't have allowed Maya to stay in our castle. You did well, darling. Nothing good ever comes from Rodovians. You collapsing, the two of us not being able to conceive an heir. Break your promise and you shall be punished. Your kingdom will be fertile, but you won't see a successor amongst your offspring. Isn't that how it went? When I promised my firstborn daughter to Bayron, I didn't do it because I was afraid of the witch. I did it to protect us. At the time, I thought Bayron was a fool for agreeing to this. Surely a bandit wouldn't be able to travel such a distance, enter the throne room, and dare to ask a king for his daughter. I'm telling you, it's the witch. How else could it become a king? How else could they threaten war? How else that you couldn't have a son? I'm looking to the curse, darling. I will see if we can do it right away. At least I can help take some of the burden from your shoulders. I feel better now. It's time to get up. Guess I better see Asalia. Back to the garden we go. Yes, father? About Maya. I didn't want to hurt you. I know. I'm just not that young anymore. Doctors say tense situations can have this kind of effect. I didn't want to upset you. But why the war, father? Isn't life difficult enough as it is? Why make things harder for another? I know that Maya is from Rodovia. When she told me, my heart froze up. I knew it meant trouble, but I got to know her. They're not bad. They're just like us, not barbarians as mother likes to call them. They attacked our villages. Of course, there are bandits, thieves. It doesn't mean they are all like this. You're a king, father. Tell me, did you never have to punish a thief or a bandit who was from Davern? Just because one person did bad things doesn't mean we're all bad. I just don't like why we have to fight. They threaten us. They want to take over our castle. What if you just got it all wrong? We can't risk it, Asalia. It's all very complicated. But who knows? Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Go to the dungeon. Grace, you've made a mistake. This is unacceptable. We should decide what to do with you. I'd better not see you sailing in Davern again. I didn't mean anything bad. Please forgive me. Dungeons, what a mess. I used to store wine. I don't anymore. I may as well actually just stay here. Hit the end of the week button. Wow. Oh, because we're getting both of them back. Do I want both of them back? Let's grab both of them back. Who only knows what we'll be able to do with that. Our food is shockingly going down. 15, 16. I'm getting 16 per turn. I'm paying 24. I am losing 8 food. Next turn, I will be in the negative. Unfortunately, I can't untick any of these or Carnival. So yeah, next turn should be fun, folks. But that is all we have time for in this episode. When we come back, we will continue to attempt to, well, at this point, hold things together until Rodovia comes. Because at the moment, things are starting to fall apart at the seams. And so on that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for joining me. I hope you have enjoyed the episode. And until next time, as per always, I hope that you will stay safe, happy, and healthy.